Owen, and I'm the Transportation Planning Manager for the City of Longview. I represent the Longview Metropolitan Planning Organization, which is a multi-agency group responsible for comprehensive transportation planning in the cities of Longview, White Oak, Gladewater, portions of Gregg, Harrison, and Upshur counties, Longview Transit, the Texas Department of Transportation, and the Federal Highway Administration. The purpose of this presentation is to provide you with information about revisions to the 2015-2018 Transportation Improvement Program and the adoption of a new 4-year transportation plan for the years 2017 through 2020. It's a plan that identifies federal and state-funded highways, bridges, and public transportation projects to be constructed over the course of the next 4 years. So looking ahead for the next 4 years, we have a variety of projects. We have the FM 2206 project. The widening of 2206 from 2 to 4 lanes has been a priority project in the Long-Range Transportation Plan and was identified as a priority as far back as the 1994 Metropolitan Transportation Plan. 2206 is a project that's also identified, we'll find that in the Thoroughfare Plan, as well as the Comprehensive Plan. The comp plan highly recommends sidewalks and pedestrian amenities, and some of the improvements that we have planned for 2206 will address the needs of pedestrians and cyclists. Currently, there are pedestrians and bicyclists who regularly use Harrison Road. The first phase of widening 2206 from Loop to Fisher Road is set to go to construction in 2019. Funding for this project will come from several sources, and our current estimates are federal $29.3 million, state $3.8 million, and local $5.1 million, for a total cost of $38.2 million. As many of you know, FM 2206 is an important east-west arterial that provides a direct link between West Loop 281 traffic and State Highway 42, which is a primary connector to Interstate 20. The entire section of West Loop 281, south of 80, is a critical freight corridor linking the West Industrial District to that principal arterial in and out of the Longview area. Traffic on 2206 is presently at capacity or it exceeds capacity. However, a significant portion of this is heavy truck traffic. Future volumes on 2206 are projected to have 11,000 plus vehicles per day, and a 2-lane roadway can't simply handle this volume of vehicles plus the heavy truck traffic. Widening 2206 will greatly improve the freight mobility in and out of Longview and for those commercial businesses and major manufacturers on Harrison Road and Fisher Roads. Currently, 2206 has only 2 lanes without a center turn lane. The speed limit there ranges anywhere from 45 to 60 miles an hour. So widening 2206 from 2 to 4 lanes, plus a center turn lane, as shown on this graphic, will vastly improve the safety for the mixture of cars and heavy trucks. The widening of 2206 will transform essentially a 2-lane open ditch road into a new 4-lane roadway with a center turn lane for safe turning movements, curb and gutters for drainage, plus sidewalks and bike paths. We have a list of group projects in 2017. I'd like to go over those. We have a project at US 259 at Hawkins Parkway, and that's to improve the intersection. What we'll do is we'll add northbound US 259 a right turn lane and also repair the dip on Hawkins Parkway. Loop 281 at Hollybrook Drive is another improvement that we'd like to do in terms of safety. Currently, a crossover exists on Loop 281, and we'd like to replace that crossover with some deceleration lanes and left turn lanes on the loop to safely get onto Hollybrook. For the corridors, these are state highways of McCann Road, Judson, Pine Tree, Gilmer, US 259, and US 80. At various intersections along those state highways, we've got some plans to install flashing left turn yellow arrows at those intersections. Those flashing left turn arrows allow for more safer left turns as well as efficient movement of traffic. US 80 and Gladewater, on the eastern section of Gladewater between Loop 485 and Locker Plant Road, there's a project to reconstruct the roadway with a center turn lane and also have curb and gutter. US 80 at East Lansing Road, there will be a new traffic signal that will be installed. Interstate 20, the westbound lanes only between the Gregg and Harrison County line to State Highway 43, which is almost in Marshall. The interstate will be resurfaced. On State Highway 300 between FM 2206 and 3358, some resurfacing of that highway will take place. And also FM 968 from the Gregg Harrison County line to US 80, there will be some safety work to texturize the shoulders and the center line. In fiscal years 2018 and 2019, there will be some safety projects to improve the pavement edge and center line markings. And this is so folks that are perhaps inattentive, that if they're veering off to the very edge of the pavement, there will be some edge markings there to alert them that they're approaching the very edge of the pavement. Those improvements will be along FM 2208, which is Alpine Road, FM 2879, 2685, US 80, State Highway 300, and that's basically between US 271 to the Gregg and Upshur County line. We will have a traffic signal upgrade on Loop 281 at Page Road. There's currently a signal, but that upgrade will receive some more modernized equipment, and what they'll do is install new signals, install raised median, and do some safety lighting at that place. Appendix D is in this short-term plan, and essentially it's a list of any projects that are undergoing environmental assessment. And the project that we have listed in the document is the FM 2275, the existing George Ritchie that is currently two lanes between Gilmer Road and White Oak. That project is on the horizon in the long term to widen it from 2 to 4 lanes. By listing this project in the transportation document, it allows for environmental review and also facilitates project developments for any of our projects that are beyond 2020. Public transportation is an important part of the 4-year transportation plan. Longview Transit offers a fixed route bus program, and the hours of service are Monday through Friday, 6:15 a.m. to 7:15 p.m., and on Saturdays from 7:15 a.m. to 7:15 in the evening. Bus fares are $1.25 for a one-ride ticket and $3 for an all-day pass. They also have a monthly pass for $40. In addition to the fixed route buses, Longview Transit offers a paratransit program to citizens who are unable to ride the fixed route buses. The annual planning, operating, and capital expenses of Longview Transit are federal funding, $1.2 million, state, $370,000, and a city contribution of $325,000. Last month, construction was completed on the reconstruction of Pacific Avenue, and that's the entrance into Longview's Multimodal Center. The Multimodal Center is home to Amtrak, Greyhound, and Longview Transit. This new entryway allows for a safer entry and exit of traffic due to the increased number of buses, vehicles, and pedestrians due to Greyhound's move to the Multimodal Center in 2013. Longview Transit has applied for an intercity bus grant from TxDOT for Phase 2 of their master plan. And Scott Lewis, Longview Transit's general manager, applied for $1.4 million of funding to build a bus transfer center on the east side of the transit building. This project is being placed in the short-term plan in the event that the project is awarded by the Texas Transportation Commission on June 30th. As a side note, on June 16th, Longview Transit joins other transit systems across the country to celebrate the 11th National Dump the Pump Day. Longview Transit will be offering free rides all day long on June 16th. And I encourage everyone to come out and enjoy a free trip on us. Our goal is for new riders to see Longview Transit as a travel option that can save them money. So if you've never ridden Longview Transit before, I encourage you to get on board and ride the bus. A public comment and review period starts today and runs through June 20th, and we certainly welcome your comments. You can mail your comments to us, send them via email, or give us a call. The Longview MPO Policy Board will consider approval of this transportation plan on June 23rd at 9 a.m. in the Longview Council Chamber. If you're viewing this presentation on TV or online, the draft transportation planning document is available online at longviewtexas.gov/MPO. In closing, if you'd like to be added to our mailing list for upcoming meetings, for transportation projects, any of our public meetings, please see me after the meeting or contact me by email or phone, and we'll get you added to the list. Well, that concludes my presentation for transportation projects for the next 4 years. Are there any questions? Are there any comments? Yes, sir.
Charles Florio.
Yes, sir.
Charles Florio. I have a couple questions about the improvement to the Longview Transportation facility there, Pacific Avenue. Will that project require a purchase of any land?
Yes, it will require purchase of land.
Oh, do you know how much land you need?
Scott, could you answer that for us?
I can't take exact.
Okay.
I don't believe we have the exact acreage. It's just that section of land that's east of the Longview Transit building. And what it is there'll be an area that will allow for buses to pull through and to park. There'll be a dispatch office, and it'll allow each of the transit buses to meet there once every hour and transfer customers from one bus, from one route to the next.
And along that same subject, what is the cost of that project, please?
The cost of the project is $1.4 million.
How much of that is land purchase?
I don't have the exact breakdown at this point.
Yeah, I'd really like to know that.
I can get that information to
Thank
you,
you.
certainly. Absolutely.
That's all I have. Thanks.
Okay. All right. Other questions? Other comments? All right. Well, thank you for your attendance today and also for your interest in transportation. Have a good evening.